heat for you today. We're going to start it off with Zane Thomas. Come on out.
So I recently realized that you can't have an afro and anxiety. You know, like sometimes I'm walking around, I'm just like, man, I feel like everybody's looking at me. It's like, dude, they are. You look dope as shit. It's true. No, somebody actually suggested to me, because we live in Portland, right? Everyone's like, oh, have you tried smoking weed for your anxiety? You tried smoking weed for your anxiety? I don't know. Have you ever tried smoking meth for your insomnia? Worth a shot. So my name's Zane Thomas. I'm mixed race. If you guys don't know what that means, it means that my mom's white and my dad's black. Go on. Very good. Or upset I keep telling that joke. I don't know. No, I actually met my dad for the first time last year. And here's the deal. He calls me up from out of nowhere, and I'm stoned out of my mind in Atlanta, Georgia. Right? Calls me up. He's like, hey, man, how you doing? G.I. Joe? He's like, nah, man, this sound like G.I. Joe. I was like, Black G.I. Joe? He's like, nah, man, it's your father. I was like, oh, shit, dude, I always wanted to meet you. I just never knew where to find you. He's like, well, now you know. No one's half the battle. I'm like, this nigga is G.I. Joe. Knew it. For me, my father was a really nerve-wracking experience, right? Because, like, I walk outside this hotel, and there's two things I realize as soon as I get out there. Number one, way too high to meet my dad for the first time, right? Number two, I don't even know what this dude looks like, right? So I'm literally walking up to every black dude who gets out of their car, like, are you my daddy? A lot of maybes. I was out there for like an hour or so, and finally this black dude walks up to me. He's like, what's up, son? Wasn't even my dad, just some black dude saying what's up. So I grew up with my mom, and I lived in a trailer court. I don't really like to joke about, though, because it hits too close to mobile home. Pew pew! I love this show. I grew up with my mom, and here's the deal. She used to like move us around to really small white towns, you know, so we could blend in. And yeah, no, it was awful. Used to live in these really small white towns, but if it wasn't hard enough for me to blend in, my mom was a lesbian and a witch. Yeah, true story. And if you can't wrap your head around that, she's basically halfway between Portland and Salem. Geography. I love my mom to death. I feel like she was getting cocky, though, because she slept with more women than me. No reason to be a dick about it. No, she's always making fun of me. I remember I asked her this, I was talking to her one time. I was like, hey, I appreciate you teaching me how to drive, but, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up any chicks in this van. She's like, don't blame the van. Wow, you guys felt real sad about that one. That's fair. No, that's cool. Can I tell you guys about the first time I said that's gay in front of my lesbian mom? Do it! All right, if I have to. So I was about like 10 years old, right? And I come home one day and my mom's like, hey, have you heard In Sync? And I was like, no. And she shows it to me. I'm like, that's the gayest thing I ever heard, right? Real ignorant. We know. But she said something that kind of blew my mind. She's like, well, how would you feel if when I didn't like something, I said, that's nigga, right? Right? Blew my mind. So like a mature 10-year-old, I was like, Grandpa, Mom called me a nigger. Which was a lie. It was a huge lie. And I took that lie with me to his grave. I feel bad, all right? I feel bad. About 11 years later, I went to my very first strip club with my mom the day of my grandfather's funeral. I can't make that up. Listen, and this was not a good strip club, by the way. Like, it was a strip club in Iowa. Yeah, like the most popular chick there was this private dancer with a wooden arm. Yeah, but I heard she's beating him off with a stick. There we go. He can't even see me. He just knew. No, but I'm at this strip club and with my mom, and she looks over at me. This sounds weird when I say it out loud. She looks over at me and she asks me this question that, like, to this day, I don't know if I could have answered any better. She looks over at me and she's like, you a tits man or an ass man? Right? How do you answer your mom? How do you answer your mom? How do you answer your mom? I'm asking. I didn't know, so I just said what I thought she wanted me to hear. So I was like, I don't know. I like smiles. She's like, that's the gayest thing I ever heard. All right, I'm Zane Thomas. You guys have been awesome. Thanks a lot.
Oh, Portland's got so